What is up, everybody? Hello, hello. You gotta give me a second. I'm trying to get TikTok up and running. She is definitely giving me a hard time today. Is it on? Is my video showing? Perfect. Oh, ew, why I make that face? What's up, everybody? For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Markia. I'm known as the Money Plug here on social media. I'm a board certified credit repair specialist and credit consultant, and I'm a certified financial education instructor. Let me read that. So, you're definitely going to want to follow me. If you can't watch the live the whole time, don't sweat. The live will be recorded and you can watch it on YouTube at WWTMPD. What would the money plug do? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to make a post and tag my hairstylist, but she always does an amazing job. Look how long my hair is, y'all. But anyway, that's not what I came here to talk about today. So if you are like me, then it is back to school time for your children. And let me just say, tax-free shopping took me by surprise this year. This was my kids' first year back in public school since we've started homeschooling. For some of my kids, it's their first time in school, period. I know who it is, Miss Renata. And then for my older children, they're going back to public school this year. So like, this is my first year I've actually had to like school clothes shop. And let me just say, these prices ain't pricing. Like these sales ain't sailing. I don't know what I was expecting, but I promise it wasn't what I saw today. Oh, thanks, babe. I promise it wasn't what I saw today. But while shopping today, I saw a lot. And now y'all know I'm nosy. So while I was shopping today, I saw a lot of people paying with their debit cards. And all I kept saying to myself is, y'all is missing out on so much right now, like Old Navy, Children's Place. Those were kind of like the hot spots today. So we're going to be talking about credit cards today and how you guys should be using your cards while you're school clothes shopping. And then the holidays are coming up. So I really want to talk about how we're going to be using these credit cards for Christmas, because we are not about to be maxing these cards out. Do y'all hear me? I'm not going through what I went through this year with all of y'all maxing y'all cards out and then coming to me in January thinking I can magically make it disappear. So there's a couple of things we're going to be talking about today. Now, Instagram. I be asking y'all for patience because I know I can't share my screen with y'all, but I'll try to be as descriptive as possible because we are going to be going over some stuff today. But if you want to go over to YouTube, you can go over to YouTube and watch me, TikTok, Facebook, whatever makes you the most comfortable. If you click the link in my bio on Instagram, that'll take you to a page that has all of my social media platforms listed, and you can follow me on everything. But for everybody else, we're going to be going over a couple things today. So first of all, if you have any questions, like always, definitely drop them in the comments. I try to flip between all of the social media platforms to make sure I'm reading everybody's comments, to make sure everybody's questions get answered. If you can't stay, like I say, you can always catch the replay as soon as I log off. It's available for you guys to watch. But I go through and answer every single question before I get off live. So I don't get off live until I answer all y'all questions. So without further ado, let's go over a couple of different things today. So first of all, y'all got a sneak peek that they didn't, so don't say nothing. But first of all, I want to talk about being an authorized user on credit cards. If you follow me on Instagram, then you'll know, or Facebook, then you'll know that I announced that I was featured in an article on moneygeek.com talking about being an authorized user. And when I posted that, I started getting like a lot of like DMs and stuff like, well, hey, can you explain being an authorized user? Like, what exactly does that mean? If I add an authorized user, does their credit affect my credit? Like, I got a lot of questions, so I really want to clear some stuff up. If you follow me on TikTok, right before I went live, I posted a video talking about authorized users, so you can go back and save it so that you can watch it later. But we are going to get into it a little bit right now. So the article that I was in was written by Nathan Paulus. Shout out to Money Geek. But it pretty much outlines the pros and the cons of not only being an authorized user, but adding someone onto your account to be an authorized user. Now, this is a tool that I always recommend for parents who are looking to build the credit of their children without opening accounts in their name. A lot of people get the two confused. There are some people who think that when you add your child on as an authorized user, you're opening accounts in their name or you're committing fraud, and that's not the case. This isn't the same thing as opening up an account in your child's name. Adding someone on as an authorized user is when you give someone permission to use your line of credit. And in giving them permission to do so, this now gives those companies permission to report to their credit report. This is a really good way for people who normally would not have access to these accounts to finally get access to some credit building accounts. For the most part, I usually only recommend this for parents and their children, or for spouses, or if you have a close relationship with a relative. I do not recommend purchasing or selling trade lines. And we've talked about that kind of extensively in other videos and in other lives, but the sale or the purchase of trade lines violates a lot of the terms and conditions and things like that of these cards. So you could get your accounts closed, you could get sued for restitution for abusing these lines of credits, et cetera, et cetera. So I definitely want to put that out there, but I usually only recommend it for close family, because being an authorized user, that can end relationships. I've seen it destroy families when not done properly, and even without the right communication. You guys need to make sure you're having conversations before even doing something like this, especially for my parents with college kids. Kids go to college and I swear they lose all their common sense. They get out there and they just want everything. It's just like, party, party, party for a lot of people, and they really don't pay attention to consequences because they feel as though there aren't any. When you add your college student on as an authorized user to your credit card, especially for my parents who have high balances and their kids aren't working to contribute to the bill, you can add your child on as an authorized user without giving them access to that card. That makes it so that they can't make any purchases actually, without coming and talking to you first and you making that purchase. Or some issuers have it where you can set limits. They can't go over a certain amount on the line of credit, and they have it so that you can monitor all of their purchases as well. So this is definitely a conversation that you want to have with your child or with your spouse or whomever you're adding onto the account before you add them onto the account, because they have to understand kind of the responsibility associated with the credit card. Now, what I will say is, if you are an authorized user on someone's credit card, that is just a stepping stone. That is not like the final step. It is cool that you got, even if you get added on to multiple cards, this is cool, right? You get access to these lines of credits, the utilization should be low, the payment history on time, that sort of thing. But lenders could still deny you having these accounts on your profile. And that is because if you are not opening up accounts in your name where you are financially responsible for paying them back, then a lot of times lenders aren't going to extend you any more credit, because you're a good authorized user, but you're not telling us if you're a good bill payer. We can't tell whether or not you pay your bills on time. And so it's important that you guys understand that when you are being added on as an authorized user, this is just, I don't want to say it's only temporary, because you can leave someone on as long as you want, but the objective should always be to open up accounts on your own outside of being an authorized user on someone's account. On someone's account. So that's definitely something that I wanted to bring up. Now, right? You guys have to understand that when you are an authorized user on someone's account, they are going to restrict what you can and can't do on the account. You can't close the account. A lot of times you can't ask for a credit limit increase. A lot of times you can't change addresses and things like that. And you damn sure can't take the account holder off the account, because you are borrowing their line of credit. So again, this is another one of those things where you can have a conversation between you and whoever you're adding on, or whoever's adding you on, and customer service. As far as how many people can be authorized users on accounts, those are determined by the card issuer. You would have to have that conversation again with customer service, but I would not recommend more than like 1 or 2 people per account, just especially if you are giving them access to the cards themselves. They don't know if you're paying the bill or not. That gives you a longer line of credit. What do you mean? Can you even ask what the balance is? Yes. So if you are an authorized user, all credit cards for the most part have apps where you can log in and check the balance and things like that. So if you're an authorized user, a lot of times you can log in and check the balance, but you might not be able to see how many points that you have, and you might not be able to redeem any points. It really just depends on the card issuer. But yes, you can call and ask what the balance is. You should have like your own online portal access when you are an authorized user and things like that. You literally get like a lot of the same perks of being, having an account with these people. It's just that, some of the administrative features of the account, 9 times out of 10, you aren't able to use. Now, when you're adding someone on as an authorized user, it's also important to note that, how do I say this? Like, hey, Megan. It's also important to understand that it is at the lender's discretion, right? Who they want to add on their account. You are not automatically added on if you are a child or if you are a spouse. They have to manually go in and request that you be added to their line of credit. Now, in saying that, when you add someone onto your account, their credit has no bearing on your credit. However, your activity on that card can affect their credit. And what I mean by that is make sure you're not missing any payments. That's like probably like the number one thing. Even if 1 month your utilization is high, as long as you're making those payments on time and working on getting that utilization lowered, because utilization is something that can change month to month, and that's perfectly okay. You want to make sure you're making this mutually beneficial, because if you have late payments, now they got late payments, and that can create some discord in these personal relationships. If they have been a cardholder for 20 years, then your longest account becomes 20 years as the authorized user. Oh, okay. That's what you were saying. Okay. I feel like I'm being ignored on Facebook, so I came here. Oh my God, I didn't see no comments on Facebook. Oh, so if you are on Facebook and you're watching from my personal page, I can't see your comments. If you want me to see your comments, you got to come to the Money Plug page to see it. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why. Thank you for telling me, Megan. I completely forgot. I'll go on Facebook and switch so that I can see people's comments on my personal page too. I normally don't go live on my personal page. Okay. I can see now, Megan. I can see now. Let me see. Make this bigger. I muted it. I should be able. There we go. Okay. Oh, no. Turn the sound off. Okay. So now I can see everybody's comments. Okay. I sent stars on Facebook and switched to Instagram too. Oh my God. Thank you. What it do? Hey. But yeah, so going back to talk about authorized. Look at me getting distracted. So back to the authorized users. So there's really not too many cons or disadvantages of being an authorized user. It really just depends on how the card is being used. Because I mean, one kid could argue that the drawback is I don't get the card. That's at your parents' discretion. You're gonna have to talk to that person. But I think one of the biggest drawbacks is that if the original account holder is late, then you're gonna be late. If they can't manage their debt properly, then it's going to affect you adversely. And so, thank you. And so it's really, really, really important that you guys have these conversations before you kind of get into this partnership. Now, you can kick somebody off your account whenever you want. Know that you have that power, but I definitely encourage you guys to start having these conversations before making these kinds of decisions. Because, it could fuck up some relationships. You can have the card when you have a job to pay the bills. No, seriously. But if you want some more information about being an authorized user on a credit card, if you would like to check out the article that I was in, you can click the link in my bio on TikTok or Instagram, or you can just go to my website, www.themoneyplug.co, and click on press. And the latest article that I am featured in will always be featured at the top. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Ooh, that was really good. Now let me tell y'all, that article was really good. And I was actually really happy because I got like my own little section in the article. So I thought that was really cool. And I actually read Money Geek. So like that, I was super geeked out. I could not wait to add that to my LinkedIn. I felt really, really good about it. But check the article out, y'all. Even if you just go click on it and look at it for 2 seconds, the clicks make a difference. So definitely check it out. It's listed on all of my social medias, as well as, like I said, if you go to themoneyplug.co and click on press, you'll be able to see any articles that I've been featured in recently. Let's see what else I want to talk about. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and post it in the Facebook group now so y'all can see it. Instagram, I'm not going to be able to show it to y'all, but I have a free mini budget ebook that I am dropping it. You've been doing it big since you've been in Germany. Well, I think I've been following you that long. Whoa, you haven't followed me for a really long time. I almost added Jayden to my card for his school trip. Then I realized I was on drugs and just got him a debit card for his own damn bank account. So for a lot of parents have been asking me lately too about like what accounts do I recommend, like what cards do I recommend for kids? And if y'all want me to be completely honest, I use Apple Pay. Apple Pay is probably one of the most secure payment options right now, or one of the most secure popular payment options right now. I can see what my kids are spending their money on. I can send them money. Everybody in my family can send them money. I've been using it with my oldest daughter for a while, and she can use Apple Pay in stores, like literally just tap and she can spend. So I would say stick to Apple Pay if that is an option that you have. But if not, right? He said, yes, team, no green bubbles. No, for real, because my entire family has iPhones. But, if that's not, Google Pay is also an option for those of you who don't have iPhones. And they have, man, it's so many cards. I probably have to do a video kind of comparing the different ones that I've ever used. But Apple Pay is definitely my go-to. All right, now back to this free mini budget ebook. Let me post it, right? I'm going to post it. So if you're in the Facebook group, oops, reload. Let's see. Oops. I got to go back. If you're in the Facebook group, you'll see it in a little bit. And if you are not in the Facebook group and you want to download this free mini budget ebook, you make me sick. Then you can go click on the link in my bio or go to themoneyplug.co/quick links. There's now a button. Why is this breaking up? There we go. There is now a button that is featured and it says download my free ebook. I want to show you guys what that looks like. Matter of fact, I'll post it on Facebook once I get off of here, but I really want to show you guys what it looks like. And it's something really simple. So it was literally something I considered when I was standing in line at the Old Navy, and I realized that the end of the year is coming up. This means that Christmas spending is coming up. Or if you're like me, all of my kids' birthdays are coming up. And so it's really time for me to buckle down with my budget. Now we talk about budgeting and how important it is and yada, yada, yada. But a lot of times people really don't, like, it's easy to say, I want a budget, I need a budget and things like that. Oh, thank you. No, for real, I do need my blue check. Stop moving your hands. Let me see them nails. Oh, yes. Serena never fails. She never fails. For those of you who want to see my nails. But look at you getting me all off track, Megan. Leave me alone. So this is the mini debt planner. So if you've purchased my monthly planner before, obviously this is the same cover. This is something that I put together because I'm like, shit, it's the end of the year and I really need to get something together. What about the people who don't really have a planner but would love to start budgeting at the very least for the holidays, right? And so let me see if I can, I'm going to take the banner off for a second so that you guys can read this. So it just comes with a thank you letter. It says, thank you so much to all of you. For close to 2 years, I've had the honor of educating, inspiring, and enhancing the lives of millions of people. I've sat on panels, attended town halls, given speeches, taught classes, and recorded videos with the hopes of changing lives. And because of your support, I can never thank you enough. Your support has changed my life and in turn the lives of so many others. Thank you. My dedication to providing the most accurate resources and financial literacy content has not and will not dwindle. If anything, it's gotten stronger. I hope this helps. Markia. So if you have my planner, these are the same pages that you would find in the planner. It's just enough months from now to the rest of the year. So August to December. And then at the end, there are also some clickable links. I know you guys can't see it, but these links are clickable and they will take you to the free calculators that I have available on my website. So I clicked it. I'm going to show you guys what popped up. Let me share my other screen. I have a question. Hashtag Team Money Plug. Like, follow, and subscribe. Oh, yeah. I swear I love y'all. Let me see. So I'm going to show y'all what pops up when you click on the links. And if you were on my live earlier in the week, then you're familiar with this. But ta-da. So this is the credit card repayment calculator. That was the link that I clicked on. And so you would put how much you are thinking of adding onto your card. So let's say you're trying to put a $2,500 charge on your card with an interest rate of 13%. Your current minimum monthly payment, let's say, is $75. It's going to take you 42 months to pay this card off. So what this calculator does is it's going to demonstrate to you, like, look, you thinking about putting this on your card. Before you do that, let's weigh your options now, because this is how much you're going to be paying in interest. So for a $2,500 purchase on a 13% interest rate credit card, paying $75 a month, it's going to take you 42 months to pay it off with a total interest of $618.48. Now, if you wanted to pay it off in a specific amount of time and you just wanted to know like how much you would have to pay every month to pay it off in that time frame, let's say I wanted to pay that purchase off in 6 months. This means that I need to make a minimum monthly payment of $432.61, and I'll pay this charge off in 6 months. And it also demonstrates how much interest I'll be saving, which in this case is $522. And then down here, I can compare the two to see which one is more attractive for me and things like that. So I know you guys can't see it on Instagram. These calculators are available for free on my website. If you click the link in my bio, and then on the menu, you click make a budget, you'll get access to all of my financial calculators and access to be able to schedule an appointment for a comprehensive budget analysis. But these calculators are completely free and they're extremely useful, y'all, like extremely useful. I highly suggest y'all check them out. I mean, it's free. Why not check it out? Of course, I can't see the comments no more on that. Facebook really be blowing me. But yeah, so I really wanted to show you guys this free ebook that I put together. It's literally just a couple pages. Now, for me, I use my iPad when I'm like taking notes, or like I love like digital planners and stuff like that. And so for me, I use my iPad and I just kind of like write over top of it. Not the Jeep. I was looking for you. What day was that when we was live? It was earlier this week, and we were looking for you in your Jeep, girl. This is why I need a sugar daddy. I'm tired of being concerned about how much I be spending. Megan is so silly. But these pages, I literally just write on top of them. So if you have an iPad, an app that I use is GoodNotes. I use GoodNotes and I write over top of it. You can upload it as an image and put it in your notes section and draw on top of it as well. But it's just enough months to last you until December, and then in the end, it's a debt snowball tracker. So it kind of, I only made one page for this because for most people, I want you guys to focus on one credit card. I know a lot of y'all like, I'll focus on it in the new year, but Christmas is coming up. You need a credit card freed up so that you can start making some charges on it, right, for Christmas, because I know y'all gonna go OD like y'all always do. So I want you guys to focus on one credit card and getting your balance down as quickly as possible before Christmas starts. Yes, Megan, a digital planner is coming for 2023 since I couldn't get it done for 2022, but it is coming in Q4. It's gonna be here before December. But I put this on here so that we can focus on one credit card, get your balance down as low as possible so that you can use that credit card to pay for purchases for Christmas. Now, I know we've talked a lot about like how you should be using your credit cards and things like that. And I know a lot of, hey girl, I know a lot of y'all be so confused because you like, listen, I don't trust myself using my credit cards like this. What do you mean? Like, not Claus calling out. That's like, what do you like? I cannot with her. No, we have been talking about that digital planner for a while, Megan. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I can't bring up. Hold on, Megan. I'm trying to bring up the Facebook comments too. No, for real. I swear I apply for my blue check every month, y'all, and they just refuse to give it to me. They just refuse. There we go. Okay, so now I can see everybody's comments. Okay, cool. I feel better now. But anyway, the holidays are coming up. And so I know that it's easy for me to tell you guys how you should be spending the money on your credit cards, but we really don't talk about y'all who have these balances on your credit card that need to come down before you can use them properly. Now, for those of you who just have credit cards and you're not using them, we can talk for a little bit. You need to use your credit cards. And if you have, now this is going to be an unpopular opinion, and I get it. I completely get it. However, right? If you have credit cards that you are not actively using and you have no like intention on using it, you have no purpose to use it, then you need to close these cards. Now, I said this the other day, and I even got a couple emails like, well, why are you teaching people this? Like, when they close their cards, it makes your score drop, and I get it. But I would rather you close the card now, anticipate your score dropping, and plan the comeback, as opposed to when you're in the middle of making a major purchase and they close your account due to inactivity. Because then not only can you not control the points, right? Because now you're just kind of like at the mercy of the lender. Now you're scrambling, trying to either add accounts or trying to hurry up and get it taken off before whatever charge you're trying to make goes through. Like, let's say you're buying a house and you got closing in a week and they close one of your credit cards. You're screwed. I would rather you close the card now, anticipate the drop, and then go ahead and recover. Megan, that's a good point. Somebody said to attach credit cards to your Hulu, Netflix, DoorDash, etc. Just make sure you pay the damn bill. No, for real. Now, for those of you with store cards, now I know a lot of you don't like store cards, and I know a lot of financial literacy coaches will advise against store cards. But for some lifestyles, store cards are lit. For example, for me, I got a lot of kids. So Old Navy credit cards, Children's Place credit cards, those make sense for me and the spending that I do because I live in these stores damn near, right? But just because I went to Home Depot to buy a plant and they offered me 15% off if I apply for a credit card, that's not a good enough reason for you to be applying for a credit card, because I probably will never go back to Home Depot again until I get another urge to buy a plant. That's not a place where I am regularly spending money. If you are not regularly spending money at these places, you should not be opening credit cards up at these stores. This means stick to the main credit card, right? Discover, Capital One. Hell, Amazon has a card that you can get. Sephora, for my ladies who's always there for makeup. That makes sense because we are always using these services, right? We are always making purchases at these places, or we have credit cards that allow us to make purchases at all kinds of places. But I say this all the time. The credit cards that you have should support the spending that you're already doing. These cards are not meant to encourage you to spend more. These cards are not designed to be used in case of an emergency. Credit cards are meant to replace your debit card in the sense that they are rewarding you, or once you level up enough, right? They're rewarding you for the spending you are already doing. Somebody said cash back, baby. Let me tell y'all something. Them Hilton Honest Points, the cash back. What? I'm telling you, listen. What I mean by it should support the spending you're already doing. So let's say you're in the market for another credit card and you have no idea what credit card to add to your profile. What I always tell my clients is look at your last monthly statement for your main bank account. Print it out. I want you to highlight the different categories of purchases, and we're going to rank them. For me, now y'all know I can't cook. So my number one is like DoorDash and like Instacart, because whenever I get the urge to look at a tasty recipe, right? So I know that food is my number one purchase. Every single month, consistently, food is what I'm spending the most money on. So then for me, it would make sense for me to get a card that's going to reward me for eating out and reward me for groceries and things like that. You get what I'm saying? If you are somebody who is on the road a lot, you stay at a lot of hotels because you travel a lot for work, then it would make sense for you to have a card that's going to give you points for your hotel stays, for your airline purchases and things like that. That just makes the most sense. Your credit card should always support the spending you're already doing, not encourage you to spend more. This is how you best manage your credit card debt, because if you are using your credit cards in case of emergency, right? This means that you do not have the money to cover this purchase, because if you had the money, you would have paid it off already, right? Right? You don't got the money to make that purchase. So not only are you spending this money on the credit card and like, look, I don't have the money to cover it, you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball, because now that interest is going to come in because you don't have the money to pay that off this month. So you get what I'm saying? Using it for an emergency, like that doesn't make sense. If you have an emergency, that's what your emergency savings is for. Credit cards are not for that. Because if you use your emergency savings and take your cash for your emergencies, then you're not going to be paying interest on that emergency. That interest is really what sinks so many of you. It's because a lot of you can't cover those interest purchases. The interest on those purchases, rather. Sorry. You guys have to get a little bit better with your spending. Only spend money that you were already planning on spending. The reason why I also suggest credit cards more than debit cards, and I mean, to be honest, you shouldn't be using your debit cards at all, but you got to realize that people are going to protect their shit. So when it comes to things like fraud and people stealing your card information, let them steal that credit card information. Because one thing about a credit card, these people going to get their money back. Oh, these people going to get that money back. Whereas when you do this on your debit card, it takes so much to get your money back. And they got to launch an investigation. And then you might get your money back in the meantime. Or it might be like a pending charge and you got to wait. You don't have to do all that when it's a credit card, because that ain't your money. And one thing they finna do is protect their money. Credit cards have way more fraud protections than your debit cards do. Plus, I'd rather somebody steal somebody else's money than steal my money. I work too hard for my money. I'm sorry. So when you guys are making these online purchases, you need to be using your credit cards or Apple Pay, for the love of God. But please stop using y'all debit cards for everything. I get it, right? A lot of you have this false idea that credit cards are using somebody else's money. It's still your money. You've earned the right to that line of credit, and you're only supposed to be spending money you actually have anyway. That's your money. You've earned it. It's just that it's sitting somewhere else for your protection, if that makes sense. I'll use my credit card and then make a same-day purchase from my debit card. Y'all know I use the same example every time. Let's say every Wednesday I go to 7-Eleven and get gas. Every Wednesday I spend $50 to fill my tank up. Now, instead of using my debit card, I got me a new credit card that is going to give me 3% cash back at the pump. So now every time I go to get my $50 worth of gas, instead of swiping my debit card, I swipe my credit card. And then when I get home, I'll make a same day payment for the $50 that I spent. And I spent the same $50. It's just now I got 3% cash back on that $50. So I actually made money using my credit card for money I already planned on purchasing. You see what I'm saying? I had over 2K in crypto taken via my debit card. After that, I went almost exclusively credit cards. Yes. Oh my God, yes. And a lot of people, and I get it. And I really feel like that fear comes from not knowing or the unknown. Y'all have to start asking questions. You have to start asking questions. We too old to just be going with what other people saying. Where's my Blue Cash Preferred members? Hey, I got a letter from TransUnion today that said, we applaud you for taking care of your credit. And I'm lost. So usually what that means is that like they got your, like they received your disputes and stuff like that, and they may still be investigating. And that's just their way of saying, you know, good job, but we still working on it. Or if you've ever processed a dispute, you're likely to receive that letter, even if the investigation is completed. Especially if you use their online services. That's good with that Star card on gas. Get your 5 cents off per gallon at the pump. No, for real. My husband rarely uses his Star card. Like it's really rare that he uses it. But once gas started going up, for those of y'all who military, get a Star card. Because once gas started going up, I made him start using his Star card at the pump. There you go. Go. That 5 cent made a difference. You know, my husband drives a Durango, so that 5 cent make a difference. So definitely use your Star card. I'm trying to make sure I'm answering everybody's questions. Hold up. I'm getting better at this, at the clicking back and forth. I'm getting better at this. But since, like I said, since the holidays were coming up, that was the main reason why I really wanted to get this budget out. It was I don't know, it was really cool. I thought it was a really good idea. For those of you who do not really have much experience with the budget, it's very small, it's not extremely detailed, it's very simple. And so I really felt like it was a really good idea to share this with you all. Like I said, if you want to download it, you can go to themoneyplug.co/quick-links. I'll put it back up on the screen for all of you guys. Here it is. And for you guys, if you click the link in my bio and just scroll down some, there's a button that says download my free ebook, and it'll be there for you guys. It's a PDF. If you have an iPad, go ahead and download it. And when you open it up in GoodNotes, and then you can just write on top of it to like fill it in and things like that. But that's how I use it. It's enough months to last you guys to the end of the year, but you definitely, oh, I love you too, Megan. You just start using it. Even if like, you know, it's not the best budget. If you plan on taking, like, if you're one of those people who's like, yeah, the beginning of the year, I'm going to take better care of my credit. At the beginning of the year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just start now. Start practicing now. That way, when the first come, you already locked, loaded, ready to go, know how a budget works, know what you're aiming for, know like what to be doing and things like that. Speaking of, you know what to aim for, I also want to share something else with you guys. So I talked about how budgeting is back at the Money Plug, right? We're doing it's called financial planning with the Money Plug, but it's pretty much where we come up with a comprehensive plan after we analyze all of your income and expenses and your goals, right? And so I've talked about it a lot of times, and I keep saying I wanted to get on live and show you guys what the results look like, so you kind of know what to expect from these appointments. And so I want to show you guys what it looks like, right? So let me get rid of this right here so you guys can really see. Okay, so no, I can keep that on there. That's definitely helpful because budgeting helps you know if you have a money management problem or credit problem. I've learned it's a big difference, and that's extremely accurate. And I tell people all the time, a lot of times your issue is that you don't know how to manage money. So it's not that you need more credit. It's not that you need to make more money. You need to better manage the money that you have. Now, that is not the same problem for everybody. And this also goes back to how I say there's no one size fits all plan for people financially because everybody is different. But when you do a budget, that's going to expose you. That's going to show you the true you. Do you have a money management problem? And if you do, actually utilizing your budget, because it's not enough to just make one, right? Actually utilizing a budget is going to open your eyes to who's the real culprit here, right? Spoiler alert, is you, just so you know. But so these are what the results would look like when we do, or this is the hard copy of what you would get from a financial analysis. Let me see if I can turn Instagram around so that you guys can see it too, because I hate that Instagram don't let me. There we go. Let me see. Okay, girl. Oh, can I turn that damn? Let me see. Can I turn that off? I sure can. Boom. Okay. So I'm going to try my best Instagram. I know it's not going to, not the Spider-Man meme pointing at each other. No, for real. And I literally post that every year, like around Christmas time. But like, it's the truth. You are the problem most of the time. So this is a hard copy of what you'll get at the end of our appointment, that this is what we'll go over. We'll go over each point kind of as, you know, the more we talk during your comprehensive financial analysis, the more information I'll get on you, the more I'll see what your goals are, the better your plan will be. It's all about tailoring your financial experience to you. A lot of people get online and just search these budgets, and it's like a diet, right? Everybody goes online and looks for a diet, not understanding that your body is different, probably different from the person who made that diet plan. And so your finances are a lot different than some of the people who you'll find online. I ain't calling no names, but y'all know how I feel about certain people. So it's important that your financial plan is as unique as you are, because you are unique, right? So this is what it'll look like. It won't say test. Every time you see test, that would be your name. So this is your financial plan prepared by me. It shows you the prepared by date. It says, welcome to the Money Plug community. The Money Plug was founded on the belief that everyone deserves a chance to become financially successful, no matter what their income bracket or how much money their investment portfolio contains. We would like to congratulate you on taking the first step towards a brighter financial future. Contained within your financial plan is a review of your current financial situation based on the information you've provided and where you should be based on research benchmarks. Included along the way are recommendations that we believe will improve your overall financial health. These recommendations are suggested for you based on a number of factors, including your current financial status, personal profile, and goals. A few items to note prior to reviewing your financial plan. This analysis is based on the information that you provided through the financial profile you have submitted. The Money Plug assumes all of the information you have provided is accurate and does not independently verify the accuracy of the submitted information. If the data originally supplied to the Money Plug is incorrect, the plan will reflect these inaccuracies. Certain assumptions made by us or you may also limit the accuracy of the data. Please review data carefully. Now, I say this a lot of times. Let me make myself a little bit bigger when I say this. I say this all the time when I talk to y'all. Be honest. If you're going to lie to anybody, do not lie to me when we get on these calls, because I can only help you with the information that you give me. If you are not honest when we're sitting down and have these appointments, then the results that you're going to have isn't going to match what we were trying to map out in the first place. So you have to make sure that if you lie to everybody else, that's cool. But when you get on these calls with me or whatever other financial person you decide to trust the services of, you need to make sure you are being as honest as possible. All right, let's go back to this. As the Money Plug does not recommend or endorse the services of financial institutions, the recommendations provided are for you to implement at the financial institution of your choice. The Money Plug may, at its discretion, discuss general features of financial accounts that may relate to your recommendations. Now, what this means is that, like, I can't sit here and guarantee and say that you apply for this account and you're going to get it. I can recommend things to you based off of what your goals are, like who I personally think would be best for you. But at the end of the day, this is your decision. You have to put all this stuff into action. So if I make a suggestion that you don't agree with, you don't have to use it. Many of the financial concepts discussed in this plan are defined in Appendix A of this document. This is a glossary section that's included at the end of your financial plan in case like you see some stuff and you don't recognize what it means. So here, the first page you'll see is your goals. I know you guys have a hard time seeing it, but you can watch the YouTube replay later and it has a clearer picture. But let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. But these are your goals. So we just put random stuff in here. When we was doing this, you'll see that they want to make a car purchase, a rainy day fund, and an emergency fund. And so monthly, it shows how much money I need to, achieve my savings goals. It says that I need to be bringing in this amount a month minimum just for my savings goals. And these are just for my savings goals. Now, this is an action plan. So your action plan is going to be generated based off of the information you give me. So number one, fund a checking account with $1,460.99 per month for all of your bills, subscriptions, memberships, medical payments, debt payments, and insurance payments. Fund a second checking account with $1,308.85 per month for all of your living expenses. So this is suggesting that you have two separate accounts based off of the expenses that you listed that you have. Now, again, if you are not comfortable having two separate accounts, that's your prerogative, right? That's your choice. So you can just combine the two amounts and just keep it all in one checking account. Again, I'm just offering suggestions. At the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you want to utilize it. Based on the information provided in a living expenses benchmark, you have enough money at the end of the month to pay for living expenses and save for your financial goals, right? Now, if your expenses are greater than your income, then this particular section will reflect that. It'll tell you like, girl, you spending more money than you bringing in. We're going to have to talk about this and reevaluate some stuff. So it's, like I said, it's very interactive. So this is all based on information that you provide me. So everyone's action plan could be different or will be different, period. Purchase health insurance, purchase life insurance, reduce your expenses to free up your cash flow, save $250 for a month for your rainy day fund, fund your emergency fund as follows, save $710 for 15 months, plus an additional savings of $430.68 the next month to hit my target amount. Now, my goals action plan, right? Before saving for your goals, you should create a strong financial foundation by fully funding your rainy day fund and your emergency fund. This means that you need to pay yourself before doing all that extra stuff. So I know you want to get a car, but make sure you got your emergency fund together. And I know we talked about this the other day, but how much you should have in your emergency fund is also something that could change. And when I say that it could change, what I mean by that is, I always tell people that at a minimum, you should have around 3 months worth of your expenses, both fixed and then like an average of the variable expenses. And so some people will say 6 months, some people will say a year. Now, I just said the bare minimum, you need at least 3 months of living expenses before you can be like, all right, cool. Now I'm about to start working on a different savings goal, or all right, cool. I'm about to make this huge purchase. That's definitely something that I really feel like is non-negotiable, only because anything can happen. The pandemic happened and a lot of people realized that not having that emergency fund kind of really fucked them up. So I really don't want that to happen to you guys. Now here you'll notice a budget, right? Here, and it's so cool how current monthly income, new monthly income, and then the increase or decrease in cash flow. Now that will change as you check in or as you update or whatever it is that you want to do. And it will show you like how far over or how far under you were or how much has changed, especially in those variable expenses. It'll show you really where a lot of your money is like leaking at. Now, I will say that when I say it exposes you, it exposes you. Here, this is your financial position. A balance sheet is a statement at a moment in time of your financial position that shows what you own or your assets, what you owe, which is your liabilities, and what is left over, which is your net worth. I'll make this a little bit bigger. Sorry, I forgot to make me smaller again. But see, look, and it outlines everything. If you have CDs, investment accounts, retirement accounts, education savings, real estate, personal property, liabilities like student loans, personal loans, auto loans, mortgages, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll show you your total net worth. So like I said, all of these are interactive. So as you input figures, as we're going through your appointment and things like that, all of this would change, right? Current spending. When I say this exposes so much, because if you look here, yeah, it say monthly, but this right here, this yearly section woke me up real bad, real bad. Like, because look, my rent, let's say my rent was $1,200 a month. That's $14,000 a year, bro. 28% of my yearly income. That's a lot. That is a lot. And then it takes all like the majority of your expenses, or the ones that you're probably 9 times out of 10 you're spending the most money on these particular categories. And so it'll show you what you're spending a year. So it'll also show you how much you make in a year. So you'll really be able to see, like, I don't know, for me, it was really eye-opening when I actually did my real one. It was eye-opening for me because to see how much I make and then to see how much I'm spending, in my opinion, I was spending way too much money. Like just looking at it, I felt like it made me want to hold myself accountable to save some of that money, because I don't remember having all that money. I'm gonna tell you, and I say this every year when I get my taxes, but this really, when I get my like tax load, my W-2s, but this right here really opened my eyes. And really made me want to cut my spending in certain areas that I could, like utilities and subscriptions and groceries and stuff like that. So I really feel like this was a really, really good inclusion in the financial plan. Now here, this talks about insurance. So here's a summary of your current coverages across different areas and our recommended next steps for each type of insurance based on the information you provided. So this is obviously going to look different for everybody. So I really don't want to go over what it says, but like I said, it's going to look different for everybody. So this is your ratio review. Using the information you've provided, ratios can be calculated to check on the status of your financial health. Below are the ratios most widely used compared to benchmarks based on other individuals of similar age and income. The closer you are to meeting or exceeding the benchmark, the healthier you are financially. So this is comparing you to people your peers, essentially. This is comparing you to your peers, and it'll show you kind of where you rate, right? So it'll show where you actually are, the benchmark, what this means, and next steps. This is, again, another one of those pages that, depending on what we enter into the system for you or what we go over during your appointment, this information will change. And this concludes your Money Plug financial plan. On the next few pages, you'll see stuff like definitions, disclosures, and stuff like that for the service. But that is the hard copy, and you would keep this even after our appointment. Even if you never checked in again, even if you just got this done and just like never talk to me ever again, I really feel like this financial plan it includes everything that you need to get started on really analyzing your finances and making those changes to better improve, to improve your financial wellness. And so this is the budgeting service that I offer. That is what the financial planning is. And I really feel like I tried so hard. So if I'm missing something, y'all let me know. But I really wanted to encompass as much information as possible in the appointment. Like, I don't know, I just really want y'all opinion on it. What y'all think? Is it too much? Like I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that I included as much as possible for you guys with this financial plan, and so that this was something that you could take and kind of do on your own. Even if you didn't want to continue, like let's say you didn't want coaching, you just needed a starting point. I really feel like this financial planning gives you a really good starting point. I'm late here. What's a STAR card? A STAR card is a credit card for military personnel. You only qualify if you are in the military, or I don't even know if dependents. I think dependents can get one too, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. But I know when I joined the Army, everybody was like, you should get a STAR card. And I never knew what it was, but it's just a credit card for people affiliated with the military. Can we sue Equifax now? So I'm actually keeping an eye on that. So I've been reading, and for those of you who don't know, it came out that Equifax was providing companies with incorrect credit scores for their clients or for their customers. So it wasn't that they were reporting incorrectly. It was just that when they were giving it to people, like when you would apply for something, they were giving them the wrong score. And so people were getting denied or getting higher interest rates because of it. Now, Equifax has been doing a really good job of trying to diminish the kind of like fallout from this. They're trying to make it seem like nobody was really hurt. It's not that big of a deal, but it actually is. People were denied for loans. And then the inquiry, that charges people points. Some people got really high interest rates, which can cost you thousands of dollars in interest. And so I'm really interested to see what the further consequences will be. The CFPB hasn't released a bulletin about it yet, but I'm just kind of waiting because technically they didn't report inaccurately. It's just that when they provided the report to the lenders, that was inaccurate. So I don't even know how that happened, but I'm really kind of just sitting and waiting for the CFPB to really come out and release a statement on how they are going to handle the fallout from this. And what does this mean for the consumers that were affected? How will you find out if you were affected? So it's a lot but at this point, all we know is that this happened. Equifax did this, and now we just have to wait to see what the consequences are going to be. Hey girl, I feel like I keep missing you. Oh, I know. You know what? I haven't even really been that live lately. I've been so busy. Metro 2 compliance. Okay, what about it? Dependents can. Okay, so dependents can get a star card. I thought so. Let me make sure I'm answering all the questions. Yes, okay. And remember, if you guys got questions, y'all can put them in the bottom. Put them in the comments so that I can answer them for y'all. All right, so we talked about the little free budgeting ebook that you guys can use for the rest of the year, right? We talked about the importance of budgeting, right, for your holiday spending and why you need to get started now, even if January, right? Even if you gave up on 2022 and you're like 2023 is going to be my year, right? You need to start practicing now. So it would be in your best interest to start looking at your budget now, understanding how to read your budget and actually understanding that the importance of not just creating one, but using it, right? Because I can make one all day, but if I'm not going to put it into action, then it's pointless. I wasted my time completely. What else did I want to talk about today? We talked about being an authorized user on people's credit cards, kind of like the pros and cons of that. I want to say that's it. OMG. As always, y'all know, if you want me to come speak at your school or for your organization, I also do virtual workshops. All you have to do is contact me. My contact information is below on this screen, not this screen. My email address is markiaB@themoneyplug.co. My LinkedIn is linkedin.com/in/themoneyplug or THEMONEYPLUG, and then facebook.com/themoneyplug.co, or you can just search Markia B, aka the Money Plug, and I'll pop right up. My schedule is opening up for Q4, and I'm booking a lot quicker than I anticipated. Yes, you can definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. Send the connection request, and then in the little comments, be like, hey, I was on Instagram. And we can definitely connect on LinkedIn. I've definitely been using my LinkedIn a lot more lately. But I've opened my Q4 calendar for speaking engagements and workshops. So if you are interested, please get your emails in now. I hate telling people no, but the holidays are a really busy time period for me. All my kids' birthdays are in November, plus Christmas and the New Year. So it would be in your best interest if you want me to come speak, for you guys to go ahead and send your requests in now so that I can go ahead and get you in my schedule. Let's see. I'm gonna put the link back up for the free budgeting ebook. And like I said, it's just a monthly planning. It has monthly sections from August to December. And then at the end, there is a debt snowball tracker. Like I said, I'm not trying to overwhelm y'all. You don't gotta write down all of your debt for the debt snowball tracker. I want you to pick one credit card that you have that you plan on putting all of your Christmas purchases on. And I want you to get that balance down to as close to zero as possible. So I want you to use that debt snowball tracker to pay that credit card down. What's the price for the budgeting/financial planning appointment? It's the same as for the credit analysis. 60 minutes gets you $100 in 60 minutes gets you everything that I showed you guys on that financial plan. Like I said, now I will say the financial plan is a lot more involved than the credit analysis, because I need you to bring things like your statements for credit cards, your statements for your utility bills, water bills, and things like that. So we're adding suing Equifax to my goals. No, for real. I literally have it on my board. When I'm tracking keywords and stuff on the internet, I literally have sue, class action, and Equifax. So I'm constantly monitoring the internet to try to see if they're going to come out with a class action lawsuit. So, because listen, if I can get some coins off of this, then I'm all for it. But yeah, we're definitely adding that to your goals. We just got to wait to see how the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is going to penalize them for what happened. That's literally what we're waiting on right now. But I think that's all I had to share with y'all. I know this was a lot of information that we went over today. And if you guys missed any point of the live, you can always go back and watch it. It's saved on Facebook, Markia B, aka the Money Plug, inside the Facebook group at Plugged In the Credit Clubhouse. I even went live on my personal page today, so that you guys could get this information, because it was just so much that I wanted to share with you guys. But I try to save as much of my lives as possible. How are appointments for deployed members done? So if you are deployed, that means you'll probably need a different time period. So just email me and then I'll set up the time. I don't mind adjusting to the time difference. You just got to let me know what time works for you. And then we'll sit on Zoom and go through it. If you don't have like the connection to do Zoom, we can work something out, like just sending emails back and forth. It will require a lot of communication though on your end, just to be completely clear. But yeah, and I'm excited, right? School is starting back up. So if you are an administrator, a teacher, a guidance counselor, anything like that, I would love to come speak to your students. I've been able to speak to the Towson Sage program at Towson University. I've spoken at multiple high schools in Baltimore City. I've worked with the New Jersey public school system. I've worked with the Detroit public school system. I've worked with the Broward County public school system. I've done a lot of different things with school. So I'm super excited for school to be starting back up. And I even have a couple things coming up for my younger kids, because they say I leave them out all the time. So I got some things coming up for some middle school age children. Oh, I want to tell y'all something that I'm working on. So ladies, for all my ladies that's watching. So this year for back to school, I have a ton of book bags. If you know me, you know I used to personalize book bags like the last couple of years. So this year I decided not to personalize them with designs on the outside. However, I will be putting things on the inside of these backpacks. And what I am looking for is letters. I'm looking for ladies to write inspirational letters to other young ladies that I can place into these book bags with school supplies, and just give them out to schools for young ladies who don't have backpacks. Inside of the book bags will be sanitary pads, tampons, things like that, like a little period kit. For the older girls, there's going to be a letter. You would just write, like, each book bag will have one letter included, and then some school supplies for them. So I know this is mad short notice. I literally just pulled out the last of the backpacks, but I'll be putting a post up on my Instagram tomorrow, as well as in the Facebook group, and I'll do a TikTok too on where you'll send the letters. But if you're interested, just shoot me an email. My email is at the bottom of the screen. For you guys, you can DM me on Instagram if you're interested. But I thought this would be something really cool, kind of like I wish I knew this when I was your age kind of thing. Something that would really kind of boost the confidence of these young girls going into school. You know, this is probably going to be like the first full school year for a lot of kids post-COVID. So I know there are a lot of emotions and feelings and things like that. So I just really kind of wanted to make it a little better for them. So I know that's mad last minute, because a lot of people either already started school or they're starting school in a couple of weeks. But as many book bags as I can get done, I just wanted to get done and kind of open the opportunity for the rest of you to do so. So just look out for the post tomorrow on where to send your letters, even if it's just an email, right? I'll print the email out and go ahead and include it in the book bag. I'm going to do this for my nonprofit. I love that. I'll send some. Oh, yay. Thank you. So yeah. But that's all I got. What questions y'all got for me before I get off here tonight? I know I've been talking y'all ear off, and it's a Saturday. I usually don't do this on Saturday. I'm taking up all y'all time. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm answering everybody's questions. All right. That's it. Y'all ain't got no questions for me? Y'all know how I feel when y'all ain't got no questions for me. All right. Next week is going to be mad busy. For those of you who follow me on Facebook. Actually, I don't think I announced it, but I'll be in New York next week for a graduation panel at the World Trade Center. So I'm super excited about this. It's my first time in New York in a really long time. So I'm going to be really busy next week. So I probably won't be live as much, but I still have Friday carved out for us time. I know yesterday I was celebrating with my sorors and did not, get to do it. Do you do financial planning for businesses as well? No, not yet. Not yet. I really wanted to get it down for B2C first, so consumers, before I start talking B2B, like business to business. Where did you get your computer chair from? Amazon, and I put it together myself. I paid $100, and it come with like this little vibrating pillow back here, and the feet part, it's got like a little cushion for me to put my feet on. And I put it together myself. And let me tell y'all, I am not a put together furniture kind of person. I wouldn't trust nothing I put together, but this is really sturdy. I've had it for a year now, actually. It's almost time for me to get a new one, but I love this chair. Well, how long ago? Yep. I think the reason I connect with you so much is because when I was younger, my mom put me in a self-esteem character building thing, and you literally remind me of that. You're always trying to build people up. Listen, because I know, to be honest, and it's funny because you say that, and people say that about me all the time. I know what it's like for people to beat down on you because of the decisions you made. I know what it's like when people don't, like, when people just don't want to trust you or don't want to get to know you for you. They try to judge you based off of what you've been through or a situation that you had with somebody else. That credit don't make you a bad person. And I know it sucks that lenders think that way, but I'm not going to treat you like you ain't shit just because you made a couple bad decisions. We've all made bad decisions. Hello, that's what your 20s are for, right? So we've all made bad decisions. Now it's all about teaching you so that you can not only do better for yourself, but for the people who come after you. So those of you who aren't having kids, you know, the kids that you are exposed to, or even if it's your mom or your uncle, your aunt, just so that you can change your life and someone else's. That's ultimately what I do this for. I treat y'all how I want to be treated, because last thing I want is for people to treat me like shit, because I hate to have to beat you up. Because one thing about me, I take my respect serious, okay? But I genuinely don't got nothing else for you guys. I need your help for the business side of the house too. Even talk to me, girl. Talk to me. We can talk. And I'll tell you, I'll give you what I got. How do you get inquiries removed from credit? Removing inquiries is relatively easy. That's probably like the easiest thing to get done. Essentially, you're playing off the law of permissible purpose. The law of permissible purpose says that whenever a company requests a copy of your credit report, they have to have your authorization to do so. And usually that's in the form of the application that you filled out, or they might get you to like agree to something over the phone and they'll play that. But that is the authorization. Now, when you don't open an account, they usually don't keep that kind of stuff on file because, I mean, you didn't open an account with them. So if you force them to produce that information and they can't, that means the inquiry then comes off. So you can send a letter to all 3 credit bureaus saying, hey, I recently pulled a copy of my credit and I'm noticing some inquiries that are reporting. Can you please provide me a copy of the authorization from each company? Now, the bureaus have gotten lazy lately and they'll usually say like, oh, you got to reach out to them, and that's fine. You'll just reach out to each individual company and you'll say, hey, I've noticed you're reporting an inquiry. Can you show me my authorization? And if they can't provide the authorization, then they have to remove the inquiry. Never dispute inquiries that are tied to accounts that you actually opened. That's like the number 1 rule. And 2, you don't got to commit fraud. Don't tell them it wasn't you. Don't tell them like it was fraud, so get them all. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to open up a can of worms that you likely won't be able to get all the way back closed for real. So I suggest just being very vague. Just, okay, give me proof. You're not denying it. You're just saying, I have no recollection, right? You don't want to lie. You don't have to lie to fix your credit. Just make them prove to you. No matter how many times I turn the sound off on this video, it literally pops back up. There we go. What other questions you guys got for me tonight? Ooh, my love. Okay, I'll do that. And then, no, for real, because about disrespect, I'm ready to tussle. No, for real. But can you explain how to challenge late payments again when the bureaus won't remove them? So here's the thing. The bureaus aren't going to remove your late payments. I can tell you that straight up. Like, they're not going to remove your late payments unless you can provide evidence that shows that the company is reporting them incorrectly. Now, when it comes to late payments, you're at the mercy of that lender. So it really requires you to have a good relationship with that lender, like paying on time and things like that. But there's 2 ways that you usually go about disputing late payments or trying to rehab or remove late payments. The first one is just ask. You can just ask the company like, yo, can you change these late payments to paid as agreed? I just feel like this is not an accurate depiction of my credit worthiness. I feel like we was better than that. Like, you could forgive me, right? And then if they say no, which sometimes they will. First of all, if they say no that first time, that don't mean no. It just means keep asking until you get on their nerves. Because I'll be honest, Capital One, they told me no 3 times before they told me yes. So I'm just saying, they might say that they can't do it, but a lot of companies actually do it, and it's a one-time service. So after you do it that one time, you'll never be able to do this again. But, I don't expect you to be late anymore after that. Now, the other option that you have is to dispute it. Force them to prove that you were in fact late. Request a copy of your payment history. When you receive that copy of the payment history, go through it, and each individual late payment, challenge it directly with the company to see if they can prove that you were in fact late. For example, and this is another reason why I'm really big on you guys have to know these laws, right? The Fair Credit Billing Act, or FCBA, is a part of the FCRA, right? It's inside of it. And a stipulation of the FCBA states that it is illegal for a credit card company to report a late payment if they cannot produce evidence that explicitly details that they give you access to your monthly statement no less than 21 days before the payment due date. Now, if you did not have access to your monthly statement before that, like before the time period, right? Like, or if you got it like 19 days or something like that, let's say you don't have an online account and they're supposed to mail it to you and you got it late and you got proof, right? You can use that to force them to change the reporting on that one particular late payment that month. But this kind of ties into like, you have to know your laws and how all of this stuff kind of works together in order to really utilize it for your benefit. Off subject, I'm just really feeling this hairstyle. It really brings out your face. Oh, thank you. So like normally when I get my hair retwisted, y'all know I do like the long curls and stuff like that. But I got a lot of different events coming up and the curls last. But like how I wanted the look for like this one particular event, I was like, I'm going to have to twist it up and just rock the twist up for a while and then take it out. But now I'm so in love with this. I don't think I'm taking this out. I think I'm just going to wear it like this. I think I'm going to just wear it like this, to be honest, because I just love this so much. What's the best place to find the inquiries? Just pull a copy of your credit report, but pull a copy of your credit report for each credit bureau, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And the reason why I say that is because they don't always pull all 3 reports. Sometimes they only pull from one credit bureau. So you want to make sure you're getting the full picture of what's going on with your inquiry. So make sure you request a copy of your credit report from all 3 credit bureaus. How did you get so beautiful? Because you left me so good. What age should kids come off credit cards after building their credit? That's a conversation you'll have to have with your kids, because I really don't think like a specific age should be like set for the limit. It's just where are they financially? If they are financially established to the point where they no longer need this account reporting, you can go ahead and take them off. But I just don't think an age should be used to determine when you take your kids off. I definitely think it just depends on where they are financially whenever you decide to really sit down and kind of check the pulse of the situation. Medical collection removed from one bureau in March, but still showing on the other 2. Is this normal? So even though the bureaus can see the results from investigations across all 3 bureaus, that does not mean that they have to take action. So just because one bureau took it off doesn't mean the other 2 have to. You just have to wait and see, like, why didn't they remove it? Usually if an account is staying on your credit report for whatever reason, they're going to tell you this shit is staying on. So then you'll be able to evaluate kind of like what your next plan of attack needs to be in order to remove it from the other 2. It used to be you could send the follow suit letter, which says like, yo, they removed it, so you have to. But low key, no, they don't have to, because they all complete individual investigations. And so they could all come to a different consensus as far as the results of that investigation. You never know. So you literally just have to wait to see why it didn't come off those other 2 reports. Finally caught your live. Hey, friend. Thank you for your knowledge. You are so welcome. See, that's why I'm going to be the first person to sign up for your course, because even though I read the FCRA, it's still confusing sometimes. No, y'all, I know y'all seen the new video that I posted. So y'all know we talk all the time about collections. And I'd be like, yeah, girl, be careful with these collections because you pay it and it's going to re-age for 7 years. I was on Instagram the other day and I posted a reel and shout out, like I did shout them out in the video and tag them in the comments, Shad No Saint. And he pointed out something in the FCRA that I just never noticed. And in the FCRA, where it talks about the reporting time for a debt, we all know that that's 7 years, right? Well, in the FCRA, it specifically outlines that that 7-year reporting time starts on the date of first delinquency, the first missed payment that led to the charge off. There is nothing in the FCRA that states that the date of first delinquency can be reset. Nothing. Even if the account is charged off, sold to collections, and paid as a collection, there's nothing in the FCRA that authorizes them to then report for an additional 7 years, because the 7-year time period is set by the date of first delinquency, and that won't change if an account is in collections. Well, if an account is charged off, period. I always learn something new. I always learn something new every time. I love it. I love what I do. I was so excited when I saw that, y'all. I started pouring through my notes, like going through, changing all kinds of stuff. So it's always something to learn. And that's one thing. And that's one thing I talked about. And I'll probably do a video on this, a separate video on this, but you always have to be willing to learn when it comes to your finances, right? You can't know everything. If you knew everything, then your credit and your finances would be a lot better than what the fuck it is right now. So, just always be willing to learn. Are you still doing credit report reviews? Yes. So I still do audits. Yes. I can use your help. Well, hi, Angela. My website, I'll put my website back in the banner below so that you guys can see it. But my website is themoneyplug.co. If you go to my website, you find all sorts of information, resources, price that I've done, an about me section. You can contact me, as well as you can sign up for services, whether it's just an audit or full service credit repair, or even my new budgeting service, right? My budgeting services are back. So there's a lot of things that I offer. So go poke around, see what works for you. Let me know. I'm here for you guys. Hey, what other credit questions y'all got for me? That was a really good one about the medical collection too. What other questions y'all got? I definitely will. Okay, I will see you soon. I'm trying to make sure I'm answering everybody's questions. Let me tell y'all, flipping through all the different pages and stuff. Whew. Now, if you guys missed any part of this live, don't trip. All of my lives are streamed on YouTube. So as soon as I log off, you guys will be able to watch the entire replay from start to finish. You can comment on it. I'll respond to your comments, share it with a friend, like it, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so I can get a couple coins, right? The support that you guys give me, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the follows, those things are what pays me. And them paying me keeps my content free for you guys. So the more support you guys give, which costs you absolutely nothing, costs TikTok, YouTube, and all them a couple dollars. So, follow a girl. Oh, but I'm so excited. There's so many things that are coming up already for Q4. The National Credit Union Administration has invited me to come speak to them about being a financial literacy content creator or a finfluencer, and how we use social media platforms to reach the underbanked communities and really give them the resources that they normally wouldn't have access to. So I'm super excited about that. There's a potential event in December coming up I'm excited about. I have FinCon coming up in September. So I'm super excited about that, because a couple of my friends are going to be giving, mutuals. A couple of my mutuals are going to be giving speeches and stuff. So I'm super, 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 super excited about FinCon. And then Rolling Loud New York is in September. So I'm super excited about that, because that's my last hoorah before I really lock in for the end of the year. Because y'all know I've been outside this summer. So Rolling Loud New York is my last kind of like hoorah before really buckling in for Q4. So I'm super, super excited for that too. Oh, but then with school starting up, I'm also going to be popping up at different schools and things like that. A couple of military Greek letter organizations have reached out for me to come talk to them. So I'm excited about this. Y'all know I love giving back to my vet community. And because I always learn something from y'all that I didn't know. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just really excited for the remainder of the year. Like 2022 has been so good to me, and it's just continuing to do so. So I'm really excited. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, what else? I don't think I got nothing else going on. Let me see. Oh, y'all know what I didn't talk about today? I didn't give y'all a course update. So I told you I had to go back and re-record some more of the FCRA videos. Oh, thank you. I went back and recorded some more of the videos for the course. Mainly because of some new stuff that I found in the FCRA that I really thought was important for you guys to know. And for those of you who don't know, excuse me, I'm rolling out a course module by module. And I did want to release it all at once, but I felt like there was too much information and I wasn't going to be able to get the feedback to really change for the next section. So the very first section we're going to be going over is the FCRA. That goes live September 1st. And so it's a lot of information. I will go ahead and warn you now, and it's not necessarily directed towards a specific group of people. So no matter if you're trying to fix your own credit or if you're trying to run a company, I really feel as though the FCRA breakdown videos are so explanatory. And so like, I'm telling you, like step by step, like, I'm so excited for you guys to see it and to really start getting feedback and stuff on it, y'all. So, I'm excited. I'm so excited and happy for you. Thank you. And I start school soon, y'all. So pray for me. I told y'all I want to be a teacher. So we finna make this happen. Oh, thank you for the flowers. So, oh, wow. Oh my God. How have you, girl, wait till I get off this live and then I message you to find out, wait, how do I do this? Here we go. There we go. If you missed me, that's fine. You can always go back and watch the replay. This live we went over so much in this live. I highly suggest y'all go back and watch this when y'all got the chance. If you missed any part of this, man, I don't know. This got me even more excited. I've tried to verify my identity to LexisNexis and they keep telling me it's not me. Any suggestions? So first of all, ask them specifically, what do you need to provide to prove that it is indeed you? A lot of times, like your driver's license address won't match or what they have on file for you, or your name might be different. It could be literally you answering one of the security questions wrong. So I would send them a letter so that they write you a letter, not just something that pop up on a computer or an email, but send them a letter and be like, listen, you guys keep denying me, saying that my identity can't be verified. So what do I need to provide you with in order for you to be like, all right, girl, this really you? What are you majoring in to become a teacher? So education, that's really, but education more so on the like sciencey math side. So I want to be a STEM teacher. I genuinely want to be a STEM teacher. I don't mind teaching science. I love financial literacy is starting to become a graduation requirement for a lot of different states. So it would be possible, right? It would be possible to be a financial literacy teacher. You never know. But hi, quick question. How does paying off a mortgage early affect your credit score? Whenever you pay off a loan early, what this means, there's no penalizations anymore for the most part. Just make sure there's no prepayment penalties, and you should find that in your loan paperwork. But as long as there aren't any prepayment penalties, honestly, what only happens is that the account closes. Whenever you close an account, so when you close a credit card or pay a loan off early or at one time, your score goes down because this account is no longer listed as an open, actively reporting account. It moves to the closed account section, right? It's only reporting history. It can't make any new changes now that the account is closed. So your score will temporarily drop. Now you'll be able to recover a lot of those points as long as you have been building in the meantime, right? As long as you have, I always tell people a good analogy that I use is you got to think about it. Let's say you live in floodlands and your house is up on stilts. Your mortgage, which is often a 15 or 30-year obligation, is probably one of the main poles. We'll say it's your middle pole. Or for those of you with student loans, it'll be your student loans. Now, over time, the water hits it, storms come and things like that, and that pole is standing strong. Well, when you pay that account off, that pole goes away. Do you have enough supporting poles in place to where once you pay that loan off, you'll still be standing? That's what you got to think of. So as long as you have been adding, accounts along the way, you got credit cards with low utilization, on-time payment history, and things like that, you'll be able to recover the points that you're going to lose by closing that account early. What's up with the possible credit score mess going on with Equifax? Congratulations on the updates. Oh, thank you. So honestly, we're all just kind of sitting and watching. So the fact that everybody knows what happens now, right? Obviously, they have to disclose this to consumers. Now we're waiting to see what the FTC and the CFPB is going to do to Equifax. They're going to be penalized. The question is, what's going to happen? Is there going to be a class action lawsuit? How are they going to notify the people who were affected? And what are the consequences of that action? So right now, we're just sitting and waiting to see kind of like what's the next step, because like, you know, if you have to apply, they're going to have to create a landing page for all of y'all to submit y'all information and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot, but we literally just sitting and waiting now. Oh, look at my favorite credit specialist. Hey. Oh shoot, I gotta go back and make sure I'm answering these questions too. I just really want you to know I'm super proud of you. Not to make it too personal, but in my mind, you my financial big sister, and I'm rooting for you to reach all your goals and more. Oh, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. It's been a while since I cried on live because y'all made me remember when my book came out, y'all. Oh, I don't think I ever cried like that. I think I deleted that recording and everything because I was like, we is not showing nobody this. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to book more time with you soon. Whenever you're ready, I am here. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. But I don't know. There's some really, really cool things coming to the Money Plug family, and I'm super excited just to kind of see everything kind of like falling into place. I've been doing this officially for almost 2 years now. So I'm super excited to see how far we've grown in such a short amount of time and for all of the things we have planned. I've been in over 10 articles this year alone. I have over 200,000 followers on TikTok. I'm up to 5K on Instagram. I have 600 and something on YouTube, and I don't even really use YouTube. So, you know, I'm getting the traction, the support, and the love is there, and the need for this information is apparent because I got all these people following me, right? So, you know, the more support I get, the more content I'll put out, the more feedback I get, the more I can make sure that I'm putting it out in a way that you guys are able to digest it and really use this information. So I'm just really excited. I'm just really excited for everything that's happening for all of us, really. And then, y'all know, my favorite holiday is Christmas. Well, Halloween and then Christmas. But, man, so I'm excited. I'm just like, okay, all right. But what other credit questions y'all got for me before I hop off of here? What's really even the deal with Equifax? Didn't they just get the data breach thing under control? Yes. So what we're all talking about now is they came out and said that at some point during this year, like earlier in the year, they accidentally provided lenders with the wrong credit scores for some people. And so this caused people to get higher interest rates, which obviously cost them thousands of dollars in interest, right? And for some people, they were even flat out denied for things, but those weren't actually their credit scores. And so now we're just kind of waiting to see what is the penalization going to be. Is there going to be a class action? Is there going to be a class action lawsuit, and kind of like what your options are as a consumer, like how to find out if you were affected and things like that. Oof. Look, I waited a long time to open this Pepsi. Whew. Okay. I don't think I got nothing else I got to go over with y'all. We talked about, and I'm going to put this link back up again for those of you who may have missed it, the free mini budget ebook. This is the link that you'll go to, and you'll scroll down. There is a button. It's the Money Plug, www.themoneyplug.co/quick-links. Or if you're on Instagram, you can just click the link in my bio and just scroll down a little bit. And there's a button that says download my free ebook. It will download as a PDF. I would suggest doing this on your iPad if you have one, and then opening it up in GoodNotes or whatever note-taking app you have, so that you could just kind of like write on top of it even. It's undated, but I left enough monthly pages in there for you guys for it to last from August to December. And then for the debt snowball tracker, I want you guys to pick one credit card, just one. And I want you guys to pay that credit card down as low as possible, because that's the credit card you finna put your Christmas purchases on. Because, you know, we're going to be talking about holiday spending a lot more. We want to, you know, make sure we're rewarding ourselves with the Christmas spending, but making sure that we're still keeping it manageable, right? Only spend money that you have Looking at you. Only spend money that you have. That's definitely going to still be kind of like the resounding goal, but I don't know. Didn't you manifest all of your positive growth at the beginning of the year with your vision board? Yes. Oh my God, you remember that? Yeah, girl. Whew. Let me tell you, my vision. So my vision board is sitting over there. One of the ones that I did 3 of them all together. And so like to see like all of the stuff that I've been crossing out, I literally crossed out my entire vision board before June. Everything that I had on my professional vision board, I crossed it all out in June, before June. So like it was just crazy, like how everything has just been happening over time, and whew, that manifestation shit is real. I was looking at B Simone a little crazy when she first fucking said it, but that manifestation stuff is real. That will be discovered. I just got a bonus and paid off all 3 and half of the last one. It feels great. Oh my God, congratulations! Oh my God, that is huge. Congratulations. We are gonna have to talk for real. I need all that. Girl, inbox me. I'll send you my phone number so you can text me. Yeah, because I need to know where the fuck you be getting all your shoes from. But then again, you got baby feet. But see, still, I need to know where you be getting all your damn shoes from. You tell me, you show me yours, I'll show you mine. Oof. Let's see. I think that's really all I have for y'all. I just want to know how you are streaming with this cool background. Looks super professional. Oh, okay. So normally it's not blurry, but ever since those guys came in and replaced all the windows in the house, I just haven't had the chance to reorganize my room again. Y'all know I had my pops set up and my plants and all that stuff. It was real cute because like my sign right here says the money plug, even though y'all can't see it because it's blurred out because all my stuff's all over the floor. But it's a really cute background. I just want y'all to know. And then the confetti and stuff. So this background I actually made on Canva. I use this particular background when I am showing y'all something, like if I'm sharing my screen. If I'm not sharing my screen and I just plan on talking to y'all all day, I tend to use this one. And only because you see it lists my social media platforms right here so that, you know, even if you're not heavy on whatever platform you see me on, you'll be able to kind of catch it later. This is all I did this on Canva. Now you can go on Etsy and you can purchase, they're called overlays or streaming overlays. You can purchase them and customize them to whatever you want. And then I use StreamYard to stream to all of my different platforms at the same time so that I don't have to keep posting everywhere. So like right now, this particular camera right here, this is showing my personal Facebook, my business Facebook, inside my Facebook group, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. And then I have to use my cell phone for Instagram because Instagram doesn't allow me to stream from my desktop. But I do all this on one streaming service. So it's really cool. I got you. I have plugs for days. I slowed down to be more responsible financially. Yeah, what's up, JR Saxophonic? Listen, let me tell y'all something. One thing about me is I'm gonna listen to music when I get my work done. And JR Saxophonic always playing that smooth, like not Kenny G jazz neither. Let's get that out your mind. I'm talking like R&B, hip hop, like it's my time music, right? It's not way before my time. It's like my time music. Like I love JR Saxophonics and in his content. I love catching his lives. StreamYard said they didn't do TikTok. So it won't say TikTok specifically. If you go to the custom option, like they have an option to add a custom RTMP stream server URL and stream key. So I'll just go to custom and I'll input those. But you got to do it every single time you go live. That's one of the platforms that you can't save the settings for because it changes every time. You literally have to keep adding it every single time. But I've also used Streamlabs. I've used OBS because y'all know I was streaming. I was playing video games and doing this for a period of time until I took my TV out of my office, and then I just haven't been playing the game. But yeah. And if anybody got any more questions about my setup or something, feel free to DM me. I don't mind. Ain't no secret. I'll tell y'all. I'll even send y'all some of my favorite Etsy shops. I was on the fence with them, but I appreciate that. You are so welcome. Thanks, fam. I'm in Lakeland, Florida for a sold out What? That is huge. Congratulations. Oh my God. That is huge. Oh my God. I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. Oh man. That is so dope. Man, I'm sending you so much good juju. So much good juju. Oh man, that is huge. Oh, thank you. Man, that is so dope. Look at you, man. I need some of that energy. I'm trying to hit all my goals. You got first things first, you got to start saying it. I tell people all the time, the mind is a powerful thing, because one thing about me, I'm telling you, I'm delusional. Do you hear me? I am delusional. I am absolutely psychotic. You don't know why? Because I'll plan everything out ahead of time. What? What? I'm planning everything out ahead of time. I'm already planning speeches when I don't want awards. I done already wrote my speech and everything. Like, I will plan out entire situations in my head, and you can't tell me that's not what's going. But that's not going to happen, because I already believe it. I already thought it up. So now it's a belief now. And so now, because I believe it's so heavy, I be writing it down every couple of days. And then, like, subconsciously, because I keep saying it to myself, like the decisions that I start making and the moves that I start making, even, subconsciously, is in alignment with that goal, that I'm manifesting it. That's how, like, I believe it. So that's literally how I just been knocking all this stuff out one by one. You got it. That's manifesting. You already did. Period. It's mine. It's mine. They might as well just give it to me now. It's mine. It's mine. See, that's what I mean. I love getting on live with y'all, because I swear I get on live and just lose track of time. I just be losing track of time. Like, it's not 10:43 at night. I'm going to let y'all go, because, yes, speak it into existence. Excuse me. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm not going to keep y'all on here too long. But thank y'all so much for staying on with me tonight. If you missed any part of the live, literally as soon as I log off, you'll be able to watch the entire replay on my YouTube channel, WWTMPD, What Would the Money Plug Do? It's also going to be available in the Facebook group if any of you are active on Facebook. The name of my Facebook group is Plugged In the Credit Clubhouse. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm on Pinterest, y'all, at The Money Plug, THEE Money Plug. Like, listen, I'm everywhere you are. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. Like, I'm everywhere you are. We finna get this credit. I'm finna give you this credit stuff. You finna take it. You ain't got no choice. I'm everywhere. But thank you guys so much for all of your support. You guys have literally changed my life. And for that, I'm forever grateful. You've definitely been on here a minute. I went to the moon and back, and you still on. No, for real, I get on here and I lose track of time just answering questions and stuff. Thank you, Jelly. But yeah, tomorrow I'm back in the fray, because this whole back to school shopping shit is new to me, and it's exciting. It's just so exciting, but it's so scary. It was one other thing. Somebody messaged me. I guess they didn't want to watch the replay, because I talked about what books I was reading for my business. So I'll talk about that before I get off. But this is one of the books that I'm reading. It's by Audrey Richmond. It's called Uncloned Life. And it's about being your unique, authentic self with your business. That's really, really important. I feel like a lot more people need to read this, because I'm so tired of everybody being like everybody else, if y'all want me to be honest with y'all. Again, it's by Audrey Richmond. She's like a marketing guru. Hashtag uncloned, right? She got like a package with like 3 books. It came with this one and 2 other ones that I have, like Are You Ready for the Yes and the Uncloned. But yeah, y'all gotta get this. Y'all gotta get this. It's really eye-opening. And then something else that I've been reading, and let me tell y'all, I swear there's so much value in this fucking book, yo, is Speak Your Way to Cash by Ashley Kirkwood. I freaking love this book. Like, when I tell y'all this book got so much love for me, I'm talking folded pages, highlighted passages. I done wrote this stuff down on sticky notes and put it on my board. I done screenshot it, put it on my wallpaper. This book is really, really good. For me, I'm trying to break out of just being known as a TikToker. I want people to put some respect on my name, right? I'm a certified financial education instructor, not just a TikToker. And so this is really helping me kind of build that revenue and that platform as a public speaker. and like, you know, being able to like showcase my workshops and really demonstrate my knowledge. So if any of you are in a service-based business and you are looking to really branch out into the public speaking, into the, you know, digital products and stuff like that, these are 2 books that I definitely suggest for you guys. I bought these off of these ladies' websites. So like I said, Ashley Kirkwood, she has a page on Facebook. Audrea Richmond, she has a page on her Facebook as well. And yeah, I bought these directly from their website. So I didn't buy this on like Amazon or nothing like that. But I'm pretty sure they're available there too. But yeah, but somebody asked me to make sure I talked about that again. So I wanted to do that before I got off because I almost forgot. Also, join your local Toastmasters club to help with public speaking. Ooh, what is that? Tell me more. Tell me more. Hold up. I'm about to see. You said my local Toastmaster club. I've never heard of it. Oh, girl, you just put me on. Man, I have made you my accountability partner. I literally think in my head all the time, what would the money plug do? Thank you for your time. Have a great day. Oh, have a good day. Oh my God, I've never heard of this. Get the fuck out. Oh yeah, I'm definitely about to check this out. You are, girl. I love this. I'm definitely about to check that shit out. Thank you so much. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go because it's definitely 11 o'clock at night. And I know my husband cussing me out low key. But y'all know what I always say. Live every day like it's your last, but pay your bills and wear condoms just in case it's not. And thank you guys so much for all of the support. Like, it just means so much to me. Toastmasters Club with community colleges. I'm definitely about to check this out. Thank you guys so much. But y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good weekend. Be safe. And I will see everybody bright and early on Monday.